But Daniel had made one final call, 14 minutes before he died. At 2:17 in the morning, Daniel Reed was found dead inside room 16. The door was locked from the inside. There was no weapon, no broken window, and almost no blood. The number belonged to a prepaid phone registered to someone who, according to the records, had been dead for 6 months. Frank Miller said Daniel checked in alone at 11:41 p.m. Then Frank mentioned something he had forgotten.
Someone had rented room 17 that same night.
The room was empty, but the floor was still wet. Security footage showed Daniel entering room 16. No one followed him. Then, at 1:58 a.m., the camera...
5 minutes later, it returned. Someone was leaving.
The hood hid the face, but Detective Morgan noticed the person's walk. Sarah said Daniel had been afraid for weeks. 3 days before his death, he received one message: "Stop looking." Daniel wasn't a criminal investigator. So what was he looking for? 6 months earlier, Emily Mercer disappeared without a trace. Daniel had discovered that Emily's last known location was this very motel. And Emily had stayed in room 16. Behind the bedside table, Morgan found a hidden compartment. Inside was a photograph. Emily was standing beside someone. The man wore a silver watch with a broken black dial. Frank Miller was wearing the exact same watch. Frank denied knowing Emily, but when Morgan showed him the photograph, he stopped speaking. But finally, Frank admitted he knew her. But he said he hadn't killed Daniel. "It wasn't me, Morgan. Someone else was in that room." Frank... That person was Daniel's own sister, Sarah. But there was one problem. Sarah's phone had been across town.
Then Morgan found something nobody knew existed: an audio recording of Daniel's final call.
Daniel whispered, "I know what happened to Emily, and I know who helped you." Then the second voice spoke. It wasn't Sarah. It wasn't Frank.
The voice belonged to Daniel. He had recorded the conversation days before his death.
Emily wasn't missing. Daniel had been hiding her. And the real mystery was never who killed Daniel. It was why.